Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a new video, and today we're going big on Fortnite Season 6 storyline. So, as you can see by the thumbnail, I have assumed that the Fortnite Season 6 storyline will contain lava or a volcano. Now again, everything in this video is only theories, but we can base a lot of it off leaks and other expectations from the past of Fortnite Battle Royale and what they've done previously with previous updates. So we'll get involved with this and talk straight about it, but the first things I want to mention are the loading screens and future videos relating to them. So recently I've been covering a bunch of storyline videos on my channel. I did it throughout Season 4, I'm doing it throughout Season 5, and we've been talking about all sorts of stuff. Now I have cracked the entire Fortnite storyline, and that will be coming to you guys very soon in the video, so hit that subscribe button and notification because it will explain exactly what Fortnite Battle Royale is. Anyway, let me show you guys exactly what is going on with these leaks. So the first one here is the week 9 loading screen, which is this week's loading screen, or depending on whenever you're watching this video, it could be in the future, it could be, I don't know, whenever you're watching it, it could be a years down the line if you are. Basically, this loading screen was this week's loading screen, and as you can see, the cube itself is zapping our kind of followers, should we say, or the people we've been following throughout the entire of Season 5. Now, we've been traveling with these across the entire map, and it looks like they've discovered the cube just by a bridge, I think outside of maybe Shifty Shafts. I'm not 100% sure where the location of that cube is, but you can see here they're getting zapped by the cube. Drift himself is doing a cube shape on him, but the most interesting thing is, if you zoom in the back there, you can see Bright Bomber is touching the cube. Now, we go and check out week 10 loading screen, and Bright Bomber herself has actually turned into a version of Drift, so it's showing like an evil face inside when she touches the cube with her finger. Now what's interesting about this is she has been technically dating Drift, which is basically a new story video I want to make in the future. I'll talk about it, how that's a theory anyway, and something has happened in the combination of them. And you can also see something interesting, that Drift doesn't have his suit on anymore in the loading screens. So something that we can talk about in a future video, that we're going to make a video on that very soon for you guys, Drift and Bright Bomber dating, but for now we'll give that a skip because it would just follow in the story of the actual Season 6 and what's going to happen with the map changes and stuff. So what's interesting about this is Bright Bomber herself is touching the cube with her finger, and it's causing all sorts of weird things to happen. She can actually see a reflection of herself, but an evil version, maybe a Drift version. I don't know exactly where to go with that. But that's the start of the Season 6 storyline. So from there on, we can expect the cube to do something pretty major. Now, if you haven't already checked my video out, which talks about basically where the cube is going around the map, I've got a video on that, and it talks about how it's going to Wailing Woods. It also talks about where its final location is going to be, which is just going to be on the outside of Loot Lake, just located right by that tree around there. Now, the interesting thing is, here is a tweet from my friends at Fortnite Leaks. What an awesome friend this guy is. He absolutely helps me out all the time with all these leak content stuff. Definitely recommend going to check him out. He's actually covering this here. So he says, these most likely confirms that the cube will do something big at Loot Lake, either at volcanoes and stuff like that. So he talks about a possibility of that happening. Then he has a green kind of glow around Loot Lake, which looks like a volcano is going to be built bang on here in Loot Lake. Now, if you guys remember that video that I made on the pyramid in Loot Lake, it was based just beneath this boat here, but rather than being a pyramid, it's going to possibly be some sort of volcano. Now, it's not saying that it's going to be a guaranteed volcano massive up in the sky like that huge mountain over there, which is probably a volcano. It's just going to be probably maybe a lava area or a little volcano. We don't know. I can't imagine it being taller than any of the mountains on the map, but it is a perfect spot for it, so potentially it could be. But anyway, it looks like when we look at the green screenshot on screen, you can see there's like a few holes in it and stuff. So we'll have to see exactly what's going to happen with that exactly. Now, the next one we have is we actually have a few textures in the file with the update regarding a volcano. We got the materials for the volcano, we got the volcanic pit lava, and materials for volcanic pit rocks. These give more evidence that the volcano will be coming to BR, but the question is it going to be on Loot Lake or in other place? So that's a good question, and we'll talk about that later on. But for now, you can take a little look at these screenshots. It looks like we've got kind of like a green one there on the left, and on the right hand side here, which we'll zoom into a little bit more now, we have kind of maybe like some sort of rocks that look like, maybe it's like the stages the cube's going to go. Like the cube will expand, it'll turn that color, next day it'll turn that color, and suddenly a volcano happens. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but we'll have to see where things are going to go. Now guys, you're probably wondering, how on earth are you predicting this, Pat, and why are you near enough 100% certain this is going to happen? Again, it's only a theory, but something big, guys. Something major which no one has picked up on. This is probably the most important part of the video, and I'll probably make a few videos on this because it's something that can be looked into a lot. The area over here. We're talking about Season 5 now, guys, which is weird. You're probably thinking, why is he doing that? Well, the actual area, Paradise Palms, was all copied and pasted from Save the World. Now, I'm not saying the structure and the design was copied and pasted, but all the buildings, all the trees, mainly the sand and the mountains, were all copied and pasted from Save the World. There was a few things in there that Fortnite built for Battle Royale only. For example, the race course was transformed and the ATKs and stuff that weren't in Save the World. There's a lot of features in here that weren't actually in Save the World. But the majority of this area was just simply copied and pasted. Battle Royale itself was also copied and pasted from Save the World. Everything in this map was originally formed and designed for Save the World. Tilted Towers, the update in Season 3, was it? I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember. But Tilted Towers, when it appeared, all of them buildings are in Save the World. So they just copied and pasted it, built Tilted Towers, and boom, there it was. And we have that with every location. Now, Season 4, being a major season, where with the actual idea of Tilted appearing and the meteor and stuff, this sort of stuff wasn't copied from Save the World and gave us kind of like an interesting concept. We had the idea of Dusty and stuff like that. It really wasn't a Save the World, and it kind of flowed with Save the World. And now we've got the remains of Dusty left in this museum. But where am I trying to get to with this? Well, we're actually trying to get to the idea of lava coming in Season 6. So in Save the World, I'm going to play some gameplay for you guys right now. I believe in Twine Peaks, every zone is almost based with lava and different mountains and volcanoes. This is the home like storm shield defense area that I've got on screen for you guys. I'm just roaming around it so you can check it out. It's got a beach here and there's all sorts of stuff here which would make perfect sense on the Fortnite Battle Royale map and could fit in wonderfully, especially at Loot Lake. So we can see all this here and it's just me exploring and you can check it out. It's absolutely crazy, and this is the sort of stuff that we're probably going to see in this like the update coming for Season 6. All these sort of lava textures and these different designs, that's what we're getting, and it's absolutely crazy to see. Fortnite are really being quite lazy about it, but they're not really, but they're just kind of just taking advantage of Save the World and just copy and pasting stuff in dead easily and thinking, it's really good. It's not a bad idea either. Like, it's a really good idea because it saves them a lot of time. They can get easy updates with massive features rather than designing everything themselves, leaving them more time to design weapons, mechanics, metas, and all that sort of stuff. So it works really well. Downside is Fortnite, once they've done Twine Peaks, they've completed everything. If you guys don't know, Save the World does only have 4 missions. We've kind of gone through them all. We've got the first one, which is like Stonewood and then Plankton, and I believe, and then it's Canny Valley and then Twine Peaks. We've actually been through all of them stages technically with the map upgrades. We have Stonewood, which was like the original map. Then Plankton added the idea of the buildings at Tilted. You do also see some of them in Stonewood. Then we had Canny Valley, which was all sandy, and we also had the event, which was last season as well. So it's interesting as well, which is all sandy. And then finally we have the actual idea of Twine Peaks being added into Battle Royale. Now, you're not going to believe me on this, and I understand if you don't believe me, but my prediction from the very start of Season 5, and I said it to a couple of my friends like Rain and Commander Mace, that Season 6 is going to be a volcanic season. Now, the reason I didn't make a video on it is obviously because everyone would have jumped on it, and it was probably the wrong time to make a video on it, but my prediction was something that I had to myself, and it's something that I want to keep, and just thought, you know, I didn't want to like leak it out that early for everyone and kind of spoil it, so I thought I'd keep it for myself and we'll get ready for Season 6. Now, again, I could be completely wrong, this is only a theory, but all the leaks are suggesting a volcanic area. What's really interesting is the actual idea of the beaches and stuff like that fits in perfectly around Loot Lake. Just imagine them curving around Loot Lake with some sort of like volcanic area and stuff like that. Obviously the lava, the texture for it needs upgrading a little bit. It's a bit basic, the texture, and Twine Peaks, very few people are actually there on Fortnite. So not many people can really get footage of it, but people who are there will understand that the graphics there aren't the best. It's a bit blurry and the textures aren't 100% detailed. There's a lot of work to be put into Save the World itself, and it was only in beta or even like pre-release, like inside a program, before it actually kind of came public to everyone. So Save the World itself has them interesting aspects for everyone to check out, But what's cool about this lava texture and stuff, it could run through the entire map and different things like that, down the lakes and stuff. So it's going to be interesting. But what's really cool, guys, is I'm going to be producing a bunch of these story videos for you guys relating to different theories and stuff. I wanted to do this one first because this is probably the most likely one. I'm going to recommend this every time I make the other ones. But there's also been a bunch of like map concepts and stuff like that. So expect tons of leaks and story videos coming on my channel relating to theories, relating to Season 6 and towards the end of Season 5. That will be popping for you guys as well. So I'm absolutely buzzing for it and I hope you guys are too. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you are new to the channel, do stick around for daily Fortnite content. And if you would like to stay tuned for any of them future videos regarding the theory for Season 6, do remember to hit that notification bell. It would be awesome if you guys could stick around for that. I just couldn't believe that I've actually predicted something like this. And the chance of this happening is quite rare, but possibly will happen because I just feel like they've copied everything from Save the World for their previous updates, and that's what strongly suggests this. We know that from Save the World, we've had a bunch of different stuff, and I'll make an entirely new video on this topic because it's a major topic and it's something that I can talk about for a while, talking about these different Save the World structures and everything that's copied from Save the World. In Save the World, we have Tomato Town. In Save the World, we have the Tilted Towers Tower, the Clock Tower. In Save the World, we have near enough everything that's in Battle Royale. There's a few exceptions that aren't in Battle Royale, and Battle Royale the same the other way to Save the World. There's a few exceptions there, but the majority of stuff, structure-wise and building assets and stuff like that in the coding, is just copied and pasted from Save the World. And it's cool, it's really clever, and I agree they have to do that because it's the same game. They can't really design a brand new game. I like the way they kind of do it in the same universe, but it kind of hints towards the idea, if you get where I'm getting. So that's the conclusion for this video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. Would be awesome to see you guys sticking to my channel, and once again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and this is Postbox Pat signing out.